What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Kessel Run Transmissions. My name is Noah Outlaw. I'm one of your hosts. As always, I'm here with Corey Van Dyke. What's up, man?
Well, Grisks have wide shoulders, angled brown ridges, tapered skulls, and deep-set eyes.
That is interesting, and that kind of, refers to what we're talking about in today's video.
It does.
The Grisk.
Yeah.
Corey, the Grisk is one of the most interesting things that is currently going on in the Star Wars universe.
I agree.
And we have an interesting theory today about how the Grisk could possibly play in to Mandalorian Season 2 and beyond in the future of Star Wars. Corey, break down the theory.
Okay, well, first and foremost, I believe that the Grisk are going to be the big villains of Star Wars TV. We've often heard that these next few Disney Plus shows will be released are all going to connect with each other. Right. So the Ahsoka show, the Boba Fett show, the Mandalorian, and whatever else they have planned will all connect with each other, leading up to like a big epic event. Yeah. Now, we believe, our theory is that it's probably the Grisk Wars.
Yeah.
The Grisk, or Grisk War rather. The Grisk are basically what the Yuuzhan Vong were in the expanded universe. So if you guys are familiar with those characters, they're very creepy looking creatures.
Alienoid kind of.
Yeah, it's like Alien. Yeah, like Alien, the Alien film.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
They kind of they kind of look like a mix between like the Predator and like orcs from Lord of the Rings.
Yes,
I guess I could put that like, but they have an interesting look for sure. Yeah, they're really creepy looking.
Agreed. So I want to read to you guys what the Grisks are before we get into the theory. So this is from Wikipedia. Wikipedia states that the Grisks were warlike sentient species that lived in the unknown regions, and according to Grand Admiral Thrawn, they should not be underestimated, and if they fled, it would be because they chose to leave the battle. Thrawn believed that the Grisks were such a danger that they posed a threat to the Chiss ascendancy and the Galactic Empire. The Grisks would enslave the minds and souls of beings, having twisted their desires, fears, memories, and hopes to their will to be their clients.
Yeah, that sounds... one thing you got to hear from that is the Grisk are so powerful that Grand Admiral Thrawn, who was a very smart guy, knew that the Grisk are so powerful that the Galactic Empire, the strongest power in the galaxy, would be... The Grisk would be an issue for them.
Right.
They should fear the Grisk. So the Grisk are insanely powerful. And so that's what intrigues me the most about them is if Thrawn is scared of somebody, you got to be worried. Because Thrawn is obviously a mastermind of war and of battles. So it's like if Thrawn's like, we got to watch out for these guys, you really got to worry about them.
Well, and the big thing here too is the fact that obviously the Grisks are from the unknown region, which is a big place not really explored in canon, and this is the perfect opportunity to do so.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, who else is stuck in the unknown regions right now?
Mr. Van Dyke.
Okay.
Can I say Thrawn and Ezra?
You're right.
Yes.
Thrawn and Ezra are currently trapped in the unknown regions together. Now, one thing that's also interesting here is this is where the theories come into play. We think I'm pretty set on this. Mm-hmm. I believe that Moff Gideon is looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Right.
And I believe he needs Baby Yoda to take him there.
Right, because in a what novel was it in?
Thrawn, I believe, Ascendancy.
Thrawn Ascendancy, which makes sense because it's going to be setting up probably the future of Thrawn's character. They say that you need a Force-sensitive child to make your way through the unknown regions.
Because you can't get there unless you have somebody who's Force-sensitive.
Right.
So it would make sense why Gideon is looking for someone like Baby Yoda, because I'm not 100% certain if adult Force-sensitive beings can do it, because obviously Gideon can't get someone like Ahsoka or Luke Skywalker. There's no way.
Yeah. He would need something like Baby Yoda who doesn't really know what his plan is.
Yeah, they don't have a will. It's like, it's just you put Baby Yoda in front of something and he does it.
Yeah.
So I think that for some reason Gideon's looking for Thrawn and he needs the child to guide him to the unknown regions to find him.
I love that theory.
I believe if that is the case, and I do think the season will end with Gideon taking the child, I do think that probably will happen.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine Gideon goes to the unknown regions and finds Thrawn in the middle of a war?
Thrawn and Ezra are in the middle of fighting this war, teaming up, trying to fight off the Grisk.
Yeah.
And then Moff Gideon goes and finds him. Okay, but here's my question to you. Yeah. Do you think Moff Gideon is trying to find Thrawn to destroy him or find Thrawn to get help?
I think Gideon is the way I see him is he is kind of like an egotistical guy.
Yeah.
But I also think he knows when the Empire has lost.
Right.
And he probably sees that the Empire has lost.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously this is 6 years after Jedi, and the remnants of the Empire are really starting to thin out.
Right.
So I feel like he would want to find someone who is on par with someone like Darth Vader and the Emperor.
Yeah.
I still think Gideon would want to be on top, but he would at least want someone like
So
Thrawn.
you think he's going to get Thrawn to maybe get help to build a new empire?
Yes.
I
Because
love it.
also it's still stated in Star Wars Squadrons that Thrawn is missing.
Yeah, no, that's
So-
we were playing Squadrons and they do say that. They say Thrawn is missing in the game.
Yep.
So they're dropping little hints, right?
Yeah.
They're dropping little hints that are going they're hinting and foreshadowing to the future of the Star Wars franchise and really a Star Wars TV / Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Really, that seems, and we know they're casting live action Thrawn and Ezra, so they definitely have plans for those characters down the road in
Right.
live action.
Now, the biggest question here, and we'll talk about this in our next theory video, is could this also be the reason why Ahsoka is after the child?
Right.
So, I have theories as to why I think Ahsoka is going to be in the season at all. I think this is going to be the first time in Star Wars history, really, that we see a setup for connectivity between a bunch of different,
Right.
shows and maybe even a movie at the end, or
Which is
books.
something I've been wanting for a long
Yeah.
time. I think Star Wars could really benefit from some connectivity
Yeah.
between shows, from animation to live action, from live action series to movies, and all that stuff. I really think because we've seen that it really has been successful for Marvel. You know what I mean? So I think and they have Kevin Feige working at Lucasfilm, helping with Lucasfilm stuff. So it makes sense that they'd be like, hey, can you maybe Kevin Feige is going to run this new generation of Star Wars, on Disney Plus.
Right. And, I feel like that's the perfect way to do it. But just to real quickly add about Moff Gideon, I feel like he has this obsession with the child that has to do with the greater good of the Empire.
Right, for sure.
And I also do believe that Moff Gideon is Force sensitive, and he, maybe isn't able to figure this out and knows how to manipulate Baby Yoda to do so.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
what do you think?
No, I like that theory. I think that would be extremely interesting. If that's not what they're doing, I think we need to be writing for Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
And if I will say this, if all this isn't leading up to the Grisk, that's an issue for me, because the Grisk are out there after the fall of the Empire. So in between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens, something happened to the Grisk. Because if they don't answer that question and it's just like, oh no, they were still out there, then where were they during the events of the sequel trilogy?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And the thing about the Grisk is they were able to infiltrate the Empire without the Empire even knowing it for years. And Thrawn and Vader had to stop some of them, but also Thrawn and Vader were very scared of them. They knew that these were beings that you don't mess with. These are this is like a Thanos level threat to Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I think if, these little seeds they've been planting, this is the perfect way to connect a bunch of shows into a big epic event. Yeah. And I think that's what they're going to do. So
yeah, I think they are too. I really hope so. I love the theory. Guys, what do you guys think of this theory? Do you like it? Do you have any theories of your own? Let us know down in the comments below. Corey, before we head out, where can they follow you on Twitter, Instagram, and all that good stuff?
You can follow me at Corey_Wolfpack on both Twitter and Instagram, and at KR Transmissions on Twitter, and at Kessel Run Transmissions on Instagram.
You can follow me on Twitter at Outlaw Noah, on Instagram at The Outlaw Noah, and like he said, Twitter, KR Transmissions, and Instagram, Kessel Run Transmissions. Guys, thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Lets us know you like what we're doing. And other than that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.